and we are live. Greetings and salutations, Focus Up family. Welcome to the January 27, 2024 installment of the Focus Up Show. We thank you for tuning in with us live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube and various other platforms, or catching up with us on replay. And we ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share to support and maintain your weekly Focus Up fix. I am Mr. Nice Guy, nice as in the word Saint spelled backwards, and my co-host today, the lovely First Lady J. We got Brother Walk, host of Sex Talk with Walk on Thursdays. The handsome Debonair Walk, host of Sex Talk with Walk on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Regularly now. And the infamous El Poo, star of Spin That Back. What's going on with your First Lady?
Not much. Just here, ready to start the day off.
Looking sharp.
Multitasking.
Brother Walk, what it do?
What's up? Feeling good. Well rested. Just doing walk.
And El Poo.
Yes, sir. I'm in. Had to attend.
Here we go again.
And Mr. Floyd X, the boss, the man with the plan. What's going on with you, sir?
Hey. Did y'all see did y'all hear the Meg Thee Stallion new song? No?
Yeah.
She took shots at Nicki Minaj and Drake.
Hey, Megan, stay in your lane. Just do what you do, sister.
Right.
Oh, I thought you were about to play it so I can hear it.
Yeah, we're not trying to get booked for that. Don't even think about it. So what we got in the news? Let's get to the get.
Right.
First up.
He probably saw Nicki Minaj and saw a video. Was like, oh my gosh, she look good. Let's talk about Meg Thee Stallion.
Hey,
no.
Hey, walk. Check out that
Who you
video.
got? Who you got?
They look exactly the same right here.
Nicki Minaj or Meg Thee Stallion? Who you got in a battle? Face to face, rhyme for rhyme, bar for bar. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Nicki.
Yeah, I think she's the better artist, but I mean that doesn't mean she's gonna put it down in a head-to-head battle. Hey, before you go on at the walk, check out that video though. I'm just saying.
I will.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Go.
So where my lotion at? I'm getting ready right now.
So what we got first up in the news? We're probably going to be RIP to brother Dexter Scott King. You got something on that for us, First Lady?
Yes. Dexter Scott King, son of the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., dies of cancer at 62. Dexter Scott King who dedicated much of his life to shepherding the civil rights legacy of his parents, the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott King. He died on Monday after battling prostate cancer. He was 62.
Yeah, that prostate cancer has been taking out a lot of people. You got to do what you got to do to stay on top of that. Get yourself checked once you reach that age and get it checked with the frequency that you need to minimize the deaths that we're having to this absolutely terrible disease.
Right. I went to Kaiser the other day. Check me for everything. Every year I get HIV tests. Every year I get tested for everything. And now with the prostate cancer, they have a new test where you could do the test where they don't have to stick the thing up your butt right away, but you take the test where you do the sample, and then if it's any alarms, then they be like, you got to come in here for that. We found a sign or something. So guys, don't be like, you think you're going to have to sit on that table and they're going to ram that thing up your butt. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened to brother Dexter King, but you know what I'm saying? We got to stay proactive in this. We got to be ahead of this because y'all check this out. I got kids and really they ain't got no money, so they can't even bury my ass yet. And I'm just kidding. Let me stop.
That's enough. So anybody else got something to say about Dexter Scott King.
Just R.I.P. to our brother. Following on the legacy of his pops, and I believe they continued on to work and continue to fight for rights of blacks here in America. So I mean, rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Rest in peace to my long, almost distant family, but I already know the original name is not King, so but it is what it is. Rest in peace.
That's what's up. So next in the sorry, go ahead.
Before we move on, we got brother Charles X chiming in. He said Nikki, the alleged queen of grape, trending on X this morning. So they're going back and forth. I haven't been on there, so I don't know the details of it, but.
But Focus Up Show is ahead of the curve because I didn't know about this. I don't think nobody knew about this, but maybe Nice Guy. Hey, we ahead of the curve. You heard it here first on the Focus Up
Show. Shout out to brother Charles X, who couldn't be here, but he's here in spirit, and he's gonna be doing some. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be getting some great comments during the course of the show. So what we have up next in the news?
Before we jump up next in the news, I just want to elaborate a little bit more on the prostate cancer.
Go ahead
for
first.
The men. A man's prostate produces semen fluid that nourishes and transports sperm. I want you guys to know that the symptoms mainly include difficulty with urination, but sometimes there are no symptoms at all. Some types of prostate cancer grow slowly. In some of these cases, monitoring is recommended. Others are aggressive and require radiation, surgery, hormone therapy, chemotherapy, and other treatments. And like Walk said, you guys, please get checked on a regular basis. Do your physicals. If you have a family history of it, make sure you get checked regularly because it spreads, and sometimes people wait too late to where you can die from it. So next up in the news, I just wanted to put that up there.
Thank you, First Lady.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go with the Joliet shooting.
All right.
Okay. Police in the Joliet, Illinois, arrested Kylie Cleveland Singleton, 21, who they identified as the girlfriend of the shooting suspect Romeo Nance, for obstructing justice. Police said she made statements to detectives on January 22 to prevent the apprehension of the suspect and obstruct this investigation. Nance, 23, was identified by police earlier this week as the suspect in shootings at several locations in Joliet. 8 people were killed and 9 shot over 2 days in what authorities have called a reign of terror. Nance died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound outside of a gas station in Natalia, Texas, after a police standoff, officials said. Mr. X, I believe you have the list of the 8 victims.
Yes. On the Focus Up Show, we don't like to give no light to the murderers. So we just focus on the victims, and the victims in this shooting were his mother, Tamika Nance, age 47, his aunt, Christine, his uncle, and his brother, who was restricted to the bed. He went in there and shot his brother, who cannot leave the bedroom, and then he shot his 3 sisters. The youngest is 14. Fortunately, there was a 5-year-old child who was not at the home, but with other family members, because he probably would have killed them also. So thankfully, that child survived. And like the First Lady said, his girlfriend was trying to obstruct the police by withholding information, making it more difficult for them to catch this murderer. So I hope she gets the book thrown at her. And I'm glad. Only thing I'll thank that dude for is taking himself out. He made it a lot easier.
Yeah, too bad he didn't just kill himself and call that. But, the reality in this situation is he probably was trying to escape. And that's why he did it. But, you got to pay attention to the signs. You got to, you live with people, you see what they're capable, you see what they're talking about. It's not just you're looking at a Facebook post and you have few interactions. You're growing up with these people. You got to have some type of concept of where they're at. And if they seem like that type of danger, you got to do something proactive to deal with this. I mean, it's just amazing that how one person kills all of these people, especially if it's in a household, however the situation it is. I mean, after that one person gets the shot, and I know in my house it'd be completely different, but that's not to judge these people. It's just the issue of you just got to read the signs. These people that do this, I'm sure they don't just do it out of nowhere. There's got to be something that leads up to this, and we got to do a better job of identifying that. You got something to say about this, Brother Walt?
I definitely agree, brother. You do. There ain't nowhere in the world there's no telltale signs. Like, I'm a person like this because I just know, like, sometimes people be having stuff going on through their head, and I'm like, when people be acting weird, it's like my personally, I'll be on some, like, you gotta stay away from me, especially I have my children, and I don't want nothing. Me as the protector, just stay away, because people do be wigging out, and sometimes people are like, oh, I can't find a job. Oh man, my girlfriend broke up with me or whatever. But I'm like this. As far as with that girlfriend, y'all see the title, I'm a street dude. I'm telling on your ass, boy. I would have told on that. I'd be like, hey, he got a gun and he talking about trying to kill some people because he didn't have no ops. Let me stop. So yes. Let me get back to
You got something to say about this, El Poo?
Now, the unfortunate thing about it all is he killed, his family members, and the saddest part about it is he actually killed himself. He should have just went to the last step first.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. And I mean, when you look at those ages, I mean, the mother was only like 47, 40, whatever. I mean, all these people, these were pretty young people. I mean, it is just a tragedy. It's a shame. Charles X, Democrats, liberals would say it's the gun's fault, but no doubt one is safer legally armed these days. Well, actually, Biden believes in guns, shooting, and stuff like that. A lot of Democrats rock with guns. They just don't rock with people with assault weapons. So, I mean, but that is a narrative that the Republicans will say. But yeah, as I understand, there's a lot of Democrats that are definitely about guns and protection.
I mean, don't just make it a Democrat and Republican thing. I mean, some people have their own opinions about things. They don't have to be a certain, political group. So it is way, because I'm pretty sure Brother Charles X doesn't call himself a Republican, does he?
Nope. I believe he calls himself right of center, which which is a label that I've stolen from him. But on that same note, yes, these labels, we say Democrats, liberals, it's almost meant as an offensive term, as a pretext of this position. The reality is, we're all people. We lean on one way, we lean the other way, but at the end of the day, we all are trying to have some concept of a better life. So remember, the other side is not your enemy. They just think a little bit differently, and we got to figure out some type of compromise between the various positions that people take.
Republican, Democrat, that's what's squeezing the trigger. A gun could be sitting down on the table for a whole year, not moved, unless I pick it up and do this. That's the problem. I don't even think that has nothing to do with it. That's just another political volleyball back and forth. Oh, it's you guys' fault. It's our fault. Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly. You got something to say about this, Mr. Floyd X?
As far as the gun rights or the shooting the victims. We spoke on the victims. I spoke on the victims.
Yeah, you spoke on the victims. Well, we don't need to hammer the thing about the gun rights thing. Let's go on to the next in the news.
That's another day, another topic.
Corey Brodus, Snoop Dogg's daughter. What do you have for us, First Lady?
Snoop Dogg's daughter, Corey Brodus, is back at home. The 24-year-old daughter of the rapper 52 and his wife Shantae Brodus, 52, revealed last Thursday that she suffered a severe stroke and had to be hospitalized. She then updated fans on Tuesday, revealing that she will likely be able to return home in the next 24 hours. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, Corey shared a snap of a living room featuring a banner that read, "Welcome home." She then placed 3 excited emojis that had tongues sticking out on the snap. So glad to say that she's back at home.
Well, I'm definitely glad she's better. We're all rooting for her and the Snoop Dogg family, the Brodus family. I mean, that's a terrible thing as a parent to have your child go through. I mean, 24 years old and having a stroke, but this is the reality of of circumstances. I remember Everlast from House of Pain. I mean, he had a stroke at a very young age. You know, just because you're young doesn't mean that you're immune from these type of situations. So you got to do what you need to do to take care, pay attention to your body signs, and stay on top of it. Don't take any of this stuff for granted. You got something to say about this, Brother Walt?
Definitely, you gotta just take care of yourself, eat healthy. Like me, like my cousin sent me a picture of myself at my grandmother's funeral. Oh my God, but I have lost 16 pounds since then. I started a new diet. It's called the Crown Royal diet, and I'm back to 219.
You got something to say about this, Mr. Floyd X? I know he's gonna have you laughing into what you got to say, but
Oh man. Hey man, I'm just real sensitive about our daughters. You know, I got 2 daughters, and I hate to see our brother Snoop Dogg going through this because you know she I think she was born with lupus, or she has lupus, or been dealing with it since she was a child. And then you know the sister she contemplated suicide in 2021. And so, you know, it's not easy. I'm assuming it's not easy being the star of a famous person and you having to deal with certain situations. I just hope the best for the young sister. I want her to get right. I want her to know that. I know that her pops and her moms, they've been together for 25 or something plus years, and they raising these children that look like from the outside looking in, it looks like a beautiful family. And, you know, Snoop Dogg is a reformed player, whatever you want to do, but I know he appears to be doing right by his family, walking that straight line. So I'm thankful, and hopefully she could get some help if she needed.
and we want to put up that hotline for anybody that's having you got that for sorry about that. We'll still, you know, Google it, search it. There's a suicide hotline. You know, if you're dealing with any type of thoughts on that end, you got to understand that, you know, if you can just get through this moment, there might be a whole lot better on the other side of that. You know, people love you, people care about you. They may not tell you but the reality is, you know, instead of getting all that praise and adoration after your death, you know, just push through this thing and get that praise and adoration in your life. You got something to say about this?
Let me say this real quick. The suicide line to call, the 1-800 suicide line, is 988. That's it. Just dial 988. If you need somebody to talk to, just dial the number 988.
That's what's up. El Pooh, you got something to say about this?
Yeah, I'm just happy to see that the little young sister is out the hospital and doing good and everything. I know it's Snoop's. I think that's his only little girl, right? So if it is, I know it's his heart and everything. So I know how he's feeling about that. And also, let me just correct the record. He and his wife has been together since they were in high school. So it's had to be over 30 years. Because he came out like what, 92, 93 with Deep Cover. Yeah, they were together then. So shout out to Snoop and his wife.
So he's my age, so he must be class of 89. So you can do the math from there. So yeah. But actually, you know what? Yeah.
Actually, he's older than you. He's actually born in 71.
I was born in 71.
How old are you? 54?
He was born in Memphis. Leave him alone, man. Leave him alone.
I was born in 71, so I guess I'm 52, or this is 24. So I will be 53 this year. So yeah, I'm 52. Thanks for putting that in. Thanks for putting my personal information out there. But
you got to get the facts right. So, with your old ass. Now,
hey, Jesus, take the wheel.
So you hear that, El Pooh? Mr. Floyd X done froze. So what we got next up in the news?
Up next in the news, let me see. I have Mr. Trump, your favorite.
Hold on, pause.
Yeah. I think we got Brother Clinton. Is it Clinton? Oh no! Yeah. Let's go. He did the effects, so no, we officially got to talk about. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about that one, man. Yeah, we got to talk about the $83.3 million man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this dude can't get out of his own way. He aggravated this situation. He was basically looking at 5 million. He just did fill 5 million and just kind of just moved on. Did not say nothing. Did not stir the pot. You know, it definitely wouldn't have got to 83.3. You know, hey, look, this person thinks that he can go into court and fuss at the judge and think that this is not going to have some impact on the jury. This jury is deciding punitive damages. Punitive damages are basically is the way of figuring out this person has so much money, so much income, so much assets. What number would it be to discourage them from doing this activity again? Well, word to El Poo, as he told me that now he's not even mentioning the homegirl's name, so 83.3 apparently is the right number. But anybody else got something to say about this?
I
I got something to say.
Shut up, and he has to pay up. That's it.
And
If he would have kept his mouth closed.
Yeah,
he did his own
exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
Nah, wait, hold on. I got something to say.
Uh-oh.
See, here's the thing. We should be more mad at somebody just coming out of nowhere 25, 28 years later talking about this person did this or accosted me or something like that. That's the real atrocity here. That's the atrocity. See, sometimes white folks set traps for black people, then they get caught in it themselves. Hence, Cosby and now Trump. Now, I'm like this. If that happened to me where a chick coming from 20 years, 30 years ago talking about I did this, I won't go take it to court. Let's go to court. If I got to pay $5 million or $83 million, it's the principles. It's the principalities. Trump is like, yo, I didn't do this. I don't even remember this shit. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. But still, that's too long ago to try to bring forth a new case. And she got paid. It worked. And it's going to be others. This setting precedents.
I wouldn't be defending a man that said you can do anything you want. You can grab him by the, I wouldn't be defending somebody that has that type of attitude, bro. I mean, you got to be careful about that. You don't know what he thought he can do. Actually, you do know what he thought he can do because he said it. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. Every woman ain't going for it.
Yeah. Hey, and Walk, just to clarify, she brought a defamation suit against him because of things that he was saying recently about her, what I guess during the course of his presidency. And what happened was it was and because he was a president, he was like, well, look, I got immunity. So that went to appeal. That thing got shelved. Then they did that look back thing where the 1 year window where you can kind of sue for something that was done in the past. And that's where she did this stuff. So again, I agree with you. There is a problem. The statute of limitation exists for a reason, and we got to encourage people to speak up when these things happen. I understand it's scary, and she admitted that she was a coward. But the reality is, if she was a victim, she was a victim, and she was bringing this dude to justice for it. And the reality is, they had a trial. They had a trial, and he was found civilly liable for it. So he got his day in court, and he lost it. So, that's kind of the situation there. But I know Charles X is the male advocate. He's got this to say. There's this thing called the First Amendment in America. One is entitled to defend themselves. That is ridiculous. Number will be reduced. Well, again, that number may be reduced. But again, it's a punitive number. It's a punitive number. So it's not a function of it being ridiculous.
You keep coming with the hypothetical, maybe, perhaps. Come on, speak your shit, bro. Speak your shit. Here's the thing. We see what happened. This happened a long time ago. How the hell can they prove it? Watch this. We're on a Focus Up show. Let's say we blow up, make millions and all this stuff. Watch this with me. It's going to be a lot of people like, oh, this cat Jason. Like, because I done met a lot of people and a lot of stuff didn't happen. Not saying I was guilty of anything, but anything can happen. A person could come by like, yeah, he did that. Straight up. It happens, dude. And this is what's opening the door. This is going to be a case study because that's how that the law, bro. They go back into what, okay, we have such Trump versus Eugene, whatever, and they found him guilty. So this is what we can use for this new case. Lil Wayne gonna have a case. Drake gonna have a case. Chris Brown gonna have cases in the future. But something happened 30, 40 years ago, bro.
But check this out. But listen. The window is closed. So no, there won't be nothing coming from the past. And all this 83 million, this is about recent defamation. This is stuff that this is all about the stuff that he did now. So this stuff recently, this has nothing to do with the look back. You know what she got for civilly accused of the sexual assault? She got about 2 million for that. The rest of that was
okay. Let's talk about the 2 million. That's what we're talking about. I'm not talking about the defamation, bro. I know what happened.
But the defamation is 83.3 million. He traded that. That's current. That's not the past. That's current. Okay. That's right now.
All right. You want to say it again? Say it one more time then.
It was right now.
Okay. All right, we know that. But what I'm saying on this case still, the stuff that happened with the $2 million, somebody coming out of nowhere, just like, yeah, I met him in a grocery store and he grabbed my butt. Now I'm bringing this forward 20 years from now. 2044, Walt getting convicted for talk to a chick in a grocery store. This is what's happening. This is what's going on. And this is the problem. Yo, if forget the window they had 1 year to file this crap. They'll change another law in the 20 more years from now. Like, okay, you got another window. Weezy going to jail. Ice Cube might be going to jail. I'm telling you, bro, this is not cool, bro. This is crazy.
And what if they're guilty?
Let me say one thing about this. It went to court, so it had to be some type of evidence there for that judgment to even be handed down, right?
Not only that, when she was assaulted, she was wearing a dress. She never touched that thing after that. So they literally had something to actually get DNA from. So and she testified to those people immediately. She first of all, she was a news correspondent or whatever. She had her the Advise Abby, but she actually had like some type of show or something like that. But she had some other people in the media, and one of them was like, "Oh my gosh, you got to go tell everybody. You got to whatever," and the other one was like, "You cannot. He's got all the money in the world. They're just gonna destroy your career, and that this happens." So they had those people testify. So again, they had a day in court. I understand what you're saying. I agree. The statute of limitations exists for a reason. But if a person is truly a victim, I mean, they're a victim. And if it's my people, I don't give a damn about no statute of limitations. I'll do justice my darn self. But you got something to say about this, Mr. Floyd X? Welcome back.
Yep. I mean, that 83 million is a lot of money. And I understand that they're trying to hit it hard because their hopes is to silence them or to make them stop doing it. I understand that, but I don't think she's gonna get the money anyway because the last person that sued him for an amount of money didn't get anything. So, and he's still contesting it at least, but she probably ain't gonna see that money for another 10 years, if anything. And he'll probably be done moved on to the other pastures, the greener pastures by then.
83.3 billion is nothing million is nothing to a man that has as many billions as Donald Trump says he has.
I bet if you have $100 to give somebody $5, you're gonna be like, bro, why am I giving this $5? That's how I be feeling. It's still money. But watch this, Trump. Check this out, yo. Instead of paying that 83, I know somebody from Compton.
Oh yeah, okay. So we're not gonna encourage that. But Charles X's comment, he said, if there was DNA, he'd be in jail. Again, the look back only gave you an opportunity to pursue this civilly, not criminally. So he was not exposed. It doesn't matter what she had. She could have video evidence of him raping her. The statute of limitations wasn't gonna allow him to be charged criminally for this. That's far after the fact. So this is a civil thing. You guys are concerned about his money. This has nothing to do with his freedom. But you still want to labor on this, or we want to go on to the next topic or the next news subject?
Let's move on.
Let's talk about George Clinton. Let's talk about some good things. George Clinton gets a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Anybody got something on that? I don't know if you got to that, First Lady.
Let's see if I have a little something.
January 19th, he got his star on the Walk of Fame, baby.
Okay, First Lady, go ahead then. Let me sit back and sit down. You got this. Down, First Lady.
He got his accolades and
the lovely walk. Go ahead.
Yeah, the lovely walk, straight up. George Clinton got this is the funk doctor. This is the man. Everybody done sampled him in the 80s and in the 90s, but he got a star on the Walk of Fame. But here's the thing that recording artists did not used to get stars on the Walk of Fame. That's something that's kind of started like in the 80s, because what it was with the Academy Award, they decided like, yo, wait a minute, this dude doing acting and he contributed to the soundtrack. So they brought that forward as a prerequisite that you can get a star on the Walk of Fame. So it's long overdue. He's the baddest, he's the greatest, and he's intricate in a lot of rappers and R&B artists' careers. He's a bad dude. Time to go.
Okay.
Not just
you got any more information, First Lady?
I'm just gonna say that Dr. Funkenstein, his star, the 2,769th star, is located at 6752 Hollywood Boulevard in front of the Musicians Institute. Yes, he did receive it January 19th, and the audience were chanting, "We want the funk. We gotta have that funk." Hey, give it to him.
And a lot of artists, actors have turned down stars. So you don't just get it. A lot of people like George Clooney, there's a lot of different stars who have said, "No, I don't want no star. I don't want nobody walking on my name," and stuff like that. It's some people look at it as disrespectful. It's just some BS. They don't even
Hey,
want to do it. Yeah.
just like respect to Muhammad Ali, his star on the walk is on the wall because he didn't want nobody walking over the righteous name of Muhammad.
No,
So he
facts.
put his star on the
Ooh.
wall.
dope.
Yep. I think he's the only one that got that. And just to give everybody an understanding of what's the requirement, I pulled it up. To receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a celebrity must meet the following criteria: have notable achievements in the entertainment industry, have been in the industry or the business for at least 5 years, have unchallengeable expertise in the entertainment industry, have made contributions to the community, agree to attend the presentation ceremony within 2 years of selection, and guarantee they will attend the dedication ceremony. For some reason, this thing is missing the monetary because I believe
Yeah, they got to pay.
They gotta
a
pay
certain
us.
amount. Like,
they got to
Yeah,
pay
something
some
like
money in it.
yeah,
Was
But,
65,000 or it's 35,000?
I
Something
I
like
think
that.
it's 65.
65.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was missing that part. They left that out. But that's it. We could move forward.
Okay. Oh no, I gotta say something about
There
Mr.
you
George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton.
That's what's
Been
up.
making music
Oh,
since
Tommy
1959. Started off on Motown. Come on now.
Spin that
Well,
back, El Poo.
It's well overdue. Since they started putting musicians on the Walk of Fame, he should have been there because he has more to do with music than just R&B, hip hop, funk. He also has a whole lot of rock. In fact, one of the Red Hot Chili Peppers was one of the people that was actually giving them the presentation. So shout out to that man. Well overdue.
Oh man, check out that walk picture. That's kind of dope there. But is that all for in the news?
I have one little nitbit left in the news. Tennessee is one of 11 states nationwide that permanently disenfranchise citizens from voting. This lifetime ban on voting means that in Tennessee, ex-felons may not vote even after individuals have fully completed their sentences and satisfied all related terms and conditions of such sentences. I think you had a lot to say on this, Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah, actually, what happened was there was a path. If you're a criminal or convicted, there was a path to potentially restoring your rights to vote. But what Tennessee has decided that, in order for you to have the rights of a citizen, you have to have all the rights. So a lot of these criminals or, ex-convicts, after they serve their sentence, they no longer have the rights to possess guns. So if you don't have the right to possess guns, they don't feel like you should have the right to vote. So their thing is like, you have to get a full pardon to restore your full citizenship, or else you won't be able to vote. So what this is de facto doing is depriving over 500,000 people of barring them from voting, which is having a disproportionate impact on Black and Latino people. I saw a number of 20%. I hope to think that 20% of the Black population in Tennessee are ex-convicts, but suffice it to say, it's 500,000 is a big number to bar, just because the fact that now you're putting the burden on these people to get a full pardon just to restore their voting rights. So, we're going to talk about this as a topic. I don't know if we want to get into it right now, but for the break, I'll let Mr. Floyd decide that. Go ahead. Say what you got to say about it.
Because me being a person who was on vacation for a little bit of time, street dude. But here's the thing. When I got out, I knew I couldn't vote. Even in California, like, you can't vote, but after you get off parole, you can. Like, so Obama's first term, I was off parole and I did not vote for Obama because I didn't think felons could vote at all. Ex-felons could vote at all. And then it was like, I freaking was feeling some type of way. Then I was like, I said, F it, I'm going to just vote. Then I found out that you could vote. Honestly, no BS. I freaking cried, man. I was like, nigga, I voted for the first black president. I felt real good about myself. It really did feel good, though, but I really thought that I couldn't. So voting is very important. A lot of people died for voting to try to get us to vote. So it is important. So, yo, salute to that. If you served your time and you committed everything, yo, let that dude vote. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's the whole topic right there. We might as well. Hey, Floyd X, you want to get into the commercials, or you want to just get into it?
I just want to say I'm so glad that Mr. Walk is able to vote now. The world is a better place. Just messing with you, Walk. Just messing with you, Walk.
Nah, but I agree. I mean, I feel like if you served your time, we should, in order, you should be able to participate in the democratic process. Everybody should at least have the right to vote. So I understand that for whatever reason you feel that, to take it away, and I don't even know if it should even be taken away. I just think that, everyone should at least have their fundamental citizen right to vote. I understand restricting guns under certain circumstances, but the vote, I disapprove with that. How do you feel about that, First Lady? Did I catch you?
You're muted, First Lady.
We need guns.
You're muted.
Give us our guns back.
I have to agree with Walk. If you've done your time, you should be allowed to vote. I don't feel like there's no need to restricting people of their voting rights, especially if if they paid their time for their wrongdoing, allow them to vote. It's a part of the rehabilitation process as well.
We lost El Poo.
Because he can't vote.
You got something to say about this, El Poo? Or
yeah, I want my right to vote. Damn it. And don't take it away. I don't think it should be taken away.
Although most of them are not going to vote anyway, but still, if they decide to and choose to, let them have that right.
Wait, we got a comment from Tony Boyd. I thought we blocked him a few months ago. Better question is, why take away voting rights?
And that was really my point. I don't agree that it should be taken away. But also, Tony Boyd pointed out that Melba Moore got her star as well. So I did want to acknowledge that. But yeah.
And Cat Williams had a whole lot to do with that too. So and as far as taking away the rights to vote, why would they take them away? Because it's important. If it wasn't important, they wouldn't be trying to take it away. So
I see what you're saying. You're talking about silencing them. You're talking about, I didn't understand the context. You're saying they're trying to silence them and take away their power. So you got something to say about this, Mr. Floyd? What do you think? Should
I wanted to touch on something the First Lady before Tony Boyd interrupted the show. She said something. What did you say, First Lady? Your last point.
What?
I completely forgot it because I was listening and I was going to chime in that Tony Boyd chimed in. So I had something to say. I missed it. My bad.
What I said about the voting?
Yeah, you said.
She said she agreed with Walt.
I did say that, and then I said that I feel like they should not take voting away from them. They should allow them that opportunity, and it's part of the rehabilitation process as well.
Okay.
That's what I threw out there, and I also said, we do have a lot of felons, even if they have their right, they're not going to vote, and you have some that will. It's still optional. It's a choice for them.
That's what I want to touch on, them giving them everything being fully restored. Because once you served your time, you did the crime, you served your time for it, I think everything should be fully restored. I hate that ex-convicts get a bad rap. It's difficult for them to go to find jobs and things of that nature. I think all their rights should be restored, except for pedophiles. Exactly. Those you can keep them, you do whatever you want with them. But everybody else, murder, I'll say murder. murder somebody, if you young, dumb, doing stupid stuff, and then you serve your time, whatever sentence you was given, you should be fully restored to full citizenship where you got equal rights and the ability to vote who you want as elected officials. I agree with that.
Nigga gave himself a horn.
Jaywalk. Thank you, Jaywalk, for bringing the horn back. Your complaining has brought the horn back.
Hey, y'all see how he was on time? He was ready, like ready.
I didn't give myself a horn. I didn't know that your complaints has brought it back.
Yeah, he has been complaining. But I would like to add this.
Oh.
If Trump can run a clown circus the way he running a circus and get back on the ballots and run as president,
whoa, good
Oh,
point,
man.
First Lady.
Oh man, I just
Where's
went
the
off the
horn?
horn. Yeah,
Good
Yeah.
point.
Let's
First
move
Lady.
on. No, zero convictions. Let's
point.
move on.
Man, let's jump
Well, he
into
did.
these commercials. Let's jump into these commercials real quick. I know for a lot of y'all that's y'all jam now. Y'all look forward to hearing that loud music. It wakes y'all up in the morning. That's the wake up call. So just call La Brea Trucking so you can get all your trucking needs. Let's move on to the next one.
another Focus Up banger. That's gobealive.org. Go get you some of that black honey. And that's
Black-
right. Go ahead. So what were you about to say?
Oh, black honey. Stop going to Popeye shit and getting that free honey and squeezing it into the bottle. Go order the stuff online for the sister and get you that good stuff. Organic, baby. Organic. Mhm.
And Sister Nidra is ready to come back on when you're ready for Floyd X.
Muhammad's Meats. Get you some halal meat. Brother,
Awesome.
hand slaughtered meat.
Pause.
Make your way to the Score Bar if you're gonna watch the game on Sunday. 7123 Franklin Boulevard here in Sacramento. They got all the big screens, reasonably priced alcoholic beverages. They got food there in a great environment. The only problem is you're gonna run into a whole lot of 49ers and Raiders fans there. That's the only problem. But everything other than that, you're gonna have a great time.
Hey, I know the owner of that bar. I met him a few times. Good brother, solid cat. I have to come back up there, man. I have not been up there in a while. To see you too, big bro. I will make my triumphant return to the Bay, and I'm going to the Score Bar. And you drinks on him. I'm gonna be like, "What up, man? I made it! Yeah, let's go." Every Thursday, 9 p.m. Yo, Sex Talk with Walk. This week, we talking about rejection. Last week, we had a nice fly show. I forgot what it was talking about, but it was
unconditional love.
Unconditional love. Yes, that was last week. Tune in. Them shows is running on YouTube. I think I'm at like $4.2 billion of views, and I got red checks, blue checks all over the place. Now, salute. Just tune into the show. Watch the show. Y'all know us. Y'all know us. Quit playing.
To spin that back, the number one. Is it the number one or number two?
Number one show on the Focus Up Network,
On the
LLC.
Focus Up Network. Spin that back. You get a lot of good reviews. People be chiming in. They like the new information. And guess what? Guess what? It's only going to get better because El Pooh is stepping his game up. Mr. Nice Guy stepping his game up. And that other guy, I forget that other.
Brick walls. Or
No, I know Brick Walls. Yeah, the walk. he be on the show sometimes. I think he going to eventually step his game up also. But tune in. They got great information. You want to go back and hear some new information about some old school hip hop that you probably missed out on. Check the show out.
10:30 a.m. Saturday morning.
Yes. And
YouTube, various other platforms.
Let me just put this out here real quick. The Focus Up Show you tune into right now. Join us every Saturday at 9 a.m. We try to give y'all some entertainment while good information at the same time. Edutainment, like KRS-One said. We try to give y'all some edutainment.
The legendary, the God. Yes. Now he ain't the God. What's the Blast Master?
Speaking of legendary, ain't that what the topic gonna be on the spin that back?
Yeah, what makes someone a legend in hip hop, and we're also gonna speak about the legendary career of Kumo D. So,
oh God,
we're gonna start covering some legends on in addition to our main topic. So we're starting.
It's going to be called the definition of legend in hip hop. So yes, okay. Tune in right after the Focus Up Show.
30 minutes after.
Yeah, and like a question I asked Mr. Nice Guy, who ain't a legend according to you? Who's not a legend?
Walk. So yeah.
Let's move on.
Wow. That was a good one. So we're gonna go to our first topic now.
The second topic? The first topic, we already spoke of, but the second topic is going to be the poor. Are poor people happier? Are broke people happier than wealthy people?
We should go to the chicks. Well, go ahead. Well,
who want to speak on it? Who want to start on this one?
Well, I'll start on it to say that, first of all, I don't think being broke makes you happier than being wealthy. I mean, I'm sure that the other side is always complaining about what they don't have that the other side has. But, you can have me how I am right now or me with more money, and I'm pretty sure I'd be happier with more money. But, they'll say more money, more problems. I'll take their problems. I'd rather have rich problems than poor problems. That's where I stand. You got some. What's your position on this, First Lady?
Ooh, right to me, huh? Are broke people happier than wealthier people? Sometimes I think I'm gonna say we, because most of us feel like we're broke, but I'm not claiming broke. I'm rich in spirit. But I think broke people tend to be happier. And the reason why I say that, because I could be wrong. I don't have any numbers or proof, but just based on what I see in the news, it seemed like the broke people are the ones who less commit suicide or go after people. Those that typically are born with a silver spoon in their mouth are the ones that have more issues, because broke people know how to make $1 out of 15 cents. So they pretty much know how to survive. They know how to deal with struggles, and they can be happy and sad at the same time. But I see a lot of wealthy people that are not healthy, really don't know what's going on with them. Like, one of the things I recall when Kate Spade committed suicide, I was like, now what in the world could have made her want to do that? And she appeared to be financially stable. That's just one example that I want to use.
What did you say, Kate Spade? I didn't hear that last part. Like,
you're not familiar with Kate Spade?
I don't know who she is either. I have no idea who Kate Spade is. Who is she?
Google her.
All right. Okay. Yeah. But here,
Go ahead.
here's how I look at it. This how I look at it. I'm not going to get into happy or poor, but I know this. This is what's known. Like, if you're poor, this is your floor right here, and you're living these means. So let's say you go broke again. It's not that far of a drop. If you're rich, you way up here. That's a hell of a fall. That's a hell of a turnaround. A hell of a reality just to face. So it's more stress. It's more stress to maintain this stuff. See, some people think like just because you got like millions in the bank, you got to have that money working. You can't just have that money sitting there because the next year government gonna take like half of that if you ain't having that working. So you got to have a lot of stuff popping, a lot of stuff going on. See, I'm already planning for the Focus Up show to blow the hell up to get me rich because I'm already going. I got a team already. I know I'm hiring. So see, that's where the problem come in, and that's why it might seem like rich folks ain't happy, but I think this is happy. I want to see. I want to see.
We didn't say they're not happy. The question is happier.
Real quick, it looked like Mr. Boyd has a problem with what kind of question is that? Poor people have problems eating every day. Then he says again, that's not the question. So I mean,
broke people. We didn't say poor.
Hey, are you saying that somebody got off topic
That
there?
ain't got shit to do with the story I just told.
Got him. Finally, got him.
that was a good one.
Got him.
That was a good one. That was
What you got? What's your take on it, Mr. FootX?
real quick. As far as are broke people happier than wealthy people, it's about your mind state. If you are a broke person and you are okay with not being able to help other people out, you're going to be happy. But if you're broke and you wish you was able to help your friends and family out, you're going to be unhappy because you want to get that money so you can help people out. This is just my perspective. I've never been rich or a millionaire, but I know that when I do have money, because I work my ass off day and night to make money, and when I do have it and somebody needs my help, it makes me feel good. It makes me happy to be able to help, whether it's my daughters, with my friends, family, or whoever. If somebody needs something and I can help, even the guy on the street, I feel good if I'm able to give him a $20 instead of $1 like I normally would when I don't have money. So for me,
Are you hitting at me, bro? I told you I'm gonna get you that $100 back, bro. Goddamn. He said guy on the street. I'm like, street, no. I got you.
It makes me feel good to be able to give a homeless person or I don't care about their situation. If they faking it or not, it don't matter. If you got to take the time to stand on the street corner and ask for money, it makes me feel good to give you something to help your situation out. Because people don't just do that,
Amen to that. I'm sorry I wasn't on the horn button, but yeah, I don't care whatever. If I'm giving it to you, I'm just giving it to you. I don't need to know exactly what you're gonna do with it. What you got to say about this, brother El Poo?
I know two things. Trump is a very wealthy man, but he's not too happy this morning. Two, I've never been rich, but I have been young. And I do know this. When I was young, dumb, and on my street run, I was happy than a mug. Happier than I am now.
Yeah. Understood. So hey, you want to pivot to that? Hey, Walk, you're muted. You want to pivot to that the female because I think Walk wanted to talk about the female entitlement. Is that what you wanted to move up?
Yeah, we got a few seconds to go with that.
All right, so let's speak on female entitlement. Now, one of the things that inspired this discussion is that there was a situation where a man was taking a female out on a date.
His girlfriend, and she, on her own decision, decided to bring a friend. And then the situation was, okay, well, when the bill comes, is he supposed to pay for his date, or is he supposed to pay for his date and her friend who she just freestyle brought? So, and the fact that he was like, well, I'm not going to pay for it. It created a big situation because she felt like, as the man, he should be paying for this. But, this is not what he bargained for. What he bargained for was taking his lady out. But, this is that entitlement where females, not all females, again, I'm very
very respectful, First Lady, to not try to stick everybody in this category. But there's a lot of sisters that want the equality, but they still want all those particular privileges of chauvinism. So it's like, on the one hand, you want it to be equal, but you still want all these extra frills and rights, and it's sort of like a balance. But one thing for sure, if a person should only be responsible for what they bargained for. If you switch it up and you change it, then that's on them. That's my take.
So how do you feel about a nice guy? What's your personal? Would you do? What would you do?
I would pay for it. If I had the money, I would pay. I wouldn't even offer. I wouldn't even allow them to do something. I would just automatically pay for it. I literally was in that situation, and I understood that person did that just because I was a stranger, and they're like, well, let me not just get murdered by this person. Let me bring somebody else to be whatever, and that was that situation. So I took care of it.
Well, see, that's more of a first date. I'm like, if I have a girlfriend, I'm gonna keep it 100 because normally I do agree with the chicks because I'm out here single and I'm trying to get points too for more coming, more. But anyway, no, seriously though. But in this situation, if I have a woman and you bring your friend, I'm not with that. I'm not with that. I'm not gonna pay for you like that. Your friend. I'm definitely gonna pay for my woman. I'm definitely gonna pay that bill, me and her, and be looking at her like, well, I guess you're gonna be washing dishes tonight.
First Lady, what's your take on that?
Let me be very clear. I definitely find it a form of disrespect if you have a guy and my guy invite me out on a date and I bring my friends without letting him know. I definitely do not expect for him to pay the bill, and I would not even throw that in his face. First, I'm like blindsiding him with it by bringing her, and it's a date for me and him, so there's no need to bring a friend. And if I did, I'm gonna give her heads up and let her know. Hopefully, she has her own money, and then she can decide whether to come along or go about her business. But if she expected my man to pay for her bill, I'm gonna have to put her on blast right there in front of him. I'm gonna side with him. Like, no. If we were just happening to be together at the time that he called me to go on a date and I couldn't shake her, she's gonna have to pay her bill or sit in the car. Because you're not gonna demand my man to pay your bill, and I'm not gonna demand your man to pay my man. And if he feel like he just wants to do it out the kindness of his heart, then so be it. I'm not gonna be mad at him about it. But I can never see myself just blindsided and just say, come along, it's fine. Because one, I don't know what his pocket's looking like at that moment. I don't know what his card is looking like at that moment. So he probably only have enough just for me and him. So
Hey,
no.
is Tony Boy talking about the other person? Is he talking about the third person being interested sexually?
He must be. He must be.
Then you get what you're bargaining for. But
Right.
what you got to say about that, Mr. Floyd X?
I mean, the whole situation, I think the first lady wrapped it up nicely. She like, he's not, if his pockets don't, if he got enough to take only his woman out, she shouldn't bring an extra burden. She wrapped that up perfectly. She don't know his pockets like. She don't know what his pockets are like. He say, I want to take you out. And you go out and you bring a second person. Hey, I didn't budget for that. Come on now.
Right.
So, that's a good point. So I mean, those type of women should not be so entitled to think, oh, I'll just bring a friend and my man gonna pay for it. And that because some women that may be a determining factor. If he can't afford me and my friend, I don't want to deal with the guy. So I mean, that might be a test. And if she put me to that test, she's gonna fail because I'm not paying.
And your guy might be bringing you out on a date to have a private conversation. What if your guy lost his job that day?
Yeah.
But wait, hold on. Y'all get too technical with the.
Oh, we're just getting technical like you, bro. No,
It all matters, Walt. It all matters.
Wait, what I'm saying. Forget the hypotheticals. What I'm saying is, like, it is what it is. But I'm gonna say this. I remember I was out and I did meet a pack of chicks, and I was on my big tricking shit. But so, like, if you out and about, you should have it like that already. Like, if you're going out with your chick, you should have it like that. But it's really the mindset, the principalities. Am I gonna just pay for you just because you sitting in that seat? and I didn't invite you. Now, when you out and trying to meet women, that's different. I have bought like 4 chicks drinks one night just to try to pop in my collar like on my shit, like goddamn, but my light bill ain't got paid yet. So yeah, but it's really how you feeling. But if I got a girlfriend and it's your friend, nah, honey. Even if I got it, sorry, no. But if we all just meeting just now, I gotta put on a good good impression right now. Straight up.
El Pooh.
Yeah, I got one thing to say. We go out on a date and you bring an extra friend, a female, it better be a female, number one. You just gotta understand this. If I'm feeding you, I'm doing something else with an F.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, he'll gladly pay that extra bill. So are we wrapping it up? That looks like we're at that magic point.
I think Walk got one more thing to say. What you got to say about it? One more thing, Walk.
Hey.
Hey, man.
So yeah, he said that was perfect. He said Walk had one more thing to say.
Hey, nice guy, my best friend. Yeah.